Hello guys, so this might be the last video I'm gonna do about this car. I'm just going to make you a little tour of this car, what are the great features of it, and what the problems I encountered during the ownership of this car. Now it has been 10 years that I have it, and I'm gonna try to show you also the 0 to 160 to 100 of this car. In a later video I'm going to add to this one, so I hope that you will enjoy this. So this car is a 2009 Toyota Yaris TS Kompressor. It is a Swiss edition, so it was asked by Toyota Switzerland to be modified by Swiss entrepreneurs called Vernier, where they added a compressor to this car. So it went from 133 horsepower to 215 horsepower, and it went from 170 pound-feet of torque to 270 pound-feet of torque, which are very good numbers for such a small cars. It's weighted at 1,140 kilos, so it's very lightweight. And in terms of 0 to 100, it went from, I think, 9.5 seconds to 6.9 seconds, which is very reasonable for such a small car, especially in 2009. There were not a lot of cars like that. There were some, like I think the no, not really, actually. I don't remember. There was some Renault Clio RS, for example. But anyway, so I had this car, and then I had the opportunity to change for a Toyota GT86. I did not switch car because actually this one is by far better in terms of performance. I mean, in general, in power, it's way better than the GT86. The GT86 is it's a very beautiful car. It has also, you know, more racing characteristics like the Boxer engine, and also a very low center of gravity and everything like that. So it was a very good car. But this one is just more powerful, and I did not find the same joy to run the 86 than to run this car. So I kept this one. And especially it was a special edition, only 200 models, so the 86, it's a normal car for me, so there was no point changing. Anyway, so for this car, I'm going to show you a few things. So first of all, for the tires, I am at 205, 45 and 17 inches for the wheels. It's quite good tires for the wheels. Are not too big, not too small, it's just perfect. The car has been lowered. I guess it was around 3 centimeters. It has been lowered in front and also in the back, so they are the same. And it was done using KW3 suspension system. So everything is manual, but on those one you could of course adjust the firmness, the rebound, and also the height of the car. So those were perfect. For the exhaust, it came like that. It was with the compressor kit, so it came like this. So it's just perfect because I did not want to have only one exhaust. And they are very, you know, they're quite noisy. They're not too noisy like maybe a Fiat 500 of 133 horsepower, but well, it's quite good. I will show it to you on the video with the GoPro if I can film it. Now we're just gonna show you the compressor system. I'm just gonna show you if I can. So if I find, so there you go. So all this, of course, was added to the car, and here you can see the little I think it was a C15-40 or 60, or I don't really remember the the exact model of the compressor. I don't even know if it's easily reachable. If I zoom in, no, I do not see any number. So this is what adds the power. There is just a very important thing. This car is from Japan, and this is an American piece, so I think it's a Rotrex piece. And I had a lot of problems with it actually, and I think it's not with the car in general or with the compressor in general. It's more of a built problem. I think that I'm not the only one who had the compressor that suddenly failed, and it was every time at 30,000 kilometers, you know, like a Swiss watch. 30 kilometers and boom, the compressor failed completely. And actually I discovered what was the problem, and maybe some of you, maybe it should be good for you to know about this problem. I had some oil from the oil canister in the blue gasket, with the blue gasket here. The oil came up with a lot of, you know, like a soap. It was, you know, very bubbly, and a lot was going out with a very strange and very strange noise that I will show you after. So as I saw that the oil canister has to be at the same level, at the same level that the compressor, or it has to be lower than the compressor but not higher. And the compressor before was placed here, not the compressor, the oil canister was placed here, and since then, you know, it completely failed every 30,000 kilometers. Now that it is placed here, this compressor made around between 40 or 45,000 kilometers. So, well, it seems that the problem is solved, and I hope it will stay like this. Now for the light system, I'm not going to present them to you because, well, you already know about them since the beginning of of me having this car. So the car is extremely reliable. The suspension, the KW, if you are wondering, for me, I found them extremely good. They are what they wanted. The car is extremely stiff. It's extremely firm. You can have some curve and some roundabouts at some speed. The car does not move. It is like a little cart, like a little Ferrari, as you want, I don't know, but it works extremely well. The brakes, the front brakes, they failed. Well, of course, it was completely worn out at 100,000 kilometers, and for the rear brakes, it's still the original brakes. And now I think the car has 140,000 kilometers, so 140,000 kilometers, so that's a lot on the same brakes on the rear. And on the front, well, I just had to replace them once, and it's just incredible. Frankly, I'm not even sure that cars like this are still being made today, especially for the Japanese version of this car. The French, I don't know. So the new, in 2009 or 2006 already, it was normally done in France, and this one, as the sport one, it came from Japan. So it has on the chassis the GPY, I think, initial, I don't really remember exactly, and it's very, very good. So now in terms of how can I say, of interior, so this was more of the exterior and the engine. Well, nothing in particular, everything is just tip-top. And for the interior, I did not change a lot. I just changed the seats for Parotech, semi-baquet Parotech, with, of course, the harness that are functional, and they are very good. They was not too expensive, but the only downside is that you know, moving a little bit. It's simili-cuir and Alcantara, and it's very comfortable. It's very hard, it's very stiff, so if you go on a mountain and drive with all of this, you know, you do not move. You think you are in a expensive, you know, sport car, but no, it's not. It's just a Toyota Yaris anyway. So this is just my opinion. I had so much fun with this car. So well, nothing in particular, nothing has changed. This is still it's still the same. You have a lot of course of places to arrange your stuff. I really liked the entertainment system. It was, you know, really basic. It had Bluetooth, radio, of course, and CD player, not DVD, unfortunately. And it was really how can I say, it was like a James Bond car, because it had the you could, you know, just take this out, but I don't have, unfortunately, I don't see where I've put the key. Here. So I don't have any more battery on this, so I need to start it like this. So it was a bit like, you know, James Bond like for the to take it off, you know. It was like this. Everyone was, oh my god, it's so cool. Well, it was 2009, so well, yeah, time has changed. No, really a very good car. It also had the maintenance system, so it was, you know, quite good. So I think there is nothing more to add on this car, about this car. You know, a very simple car, not too much electronic, you know, nothing is automatic, neither the winch, the Viper, or the lights. Everything is manual, but it's still, I think, a very good car. I'm not even sure that it's gonna make other Yarises so reliable, because, you know, it's from Japan and it was still designed to live long. And I don't know if the newer versions of this car, as they have made some other sport Yarises of 210 horsepower, and the future it will be 250 horsepower. I'm not even sure that those would be good cars in terms of reliability on the long run, because they are very small engines. It's like, I don't know, it was 1.6 or 1.4 liters for like 250 horsepower. So for me, I'm not an engine specialist, but for me it seems like a lot. So I don't know. And for myself, I think that this might be one of the last sporty car I will have, because, as you know, everything that is happening now on Earth with the pollution and with the taxes, with the power and the fuel consumption and everything, I'm not even sure that those would be a good, you know, those kind of car would be good to buy. But anyway, for now, I still have this car. I really enjoy it. It's an extremely good car. Also, there are a lot of other good cars and everything, but this one has a special place in my heart. It's my first car that I paint myself, and I've customized it, you know, like I wanted. Of course, not everyone agrees with my taste, but anyway, I tried to keep it, you know, discreet, no flashy colors, except for the lights, but this is another story. So well, I hope you enjoy this video, and it should be followed by a 0 to 100 and probably also 60 to 100, and also with the GoPro fixed near the pipes, the exhausts. If I can fix the GoPro there, well, I will try to make you hear the real sound of this car. Bye bye.